Okay, once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the session for today, where we're going to learn about networking. Just like the advert had said, you realize that most job advertisements are never, most job adverts are never advertised. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there are no opportunities. The opportunities are just there. So there's a way people get them. And basically it's through referrals, but somebody will only refer you when they know you, and somebody will only know you when you're talking with them. Yeah. So today, Leah O'Mill is going to take us through the process of networking so that you know what are the do's and don'ts when you're networking. Yeah. My name is Eric Langi. I'm the project manager for Forgotten Bottom Millions, 4BM. 4BM is an organization that shares socio-economic opportunities with young people and women. Yeah, so we share job opportunities, we share business opportunities, training opportunities, trading resources, scholarship, fellowship, and any other opportunities that we feel is going to help a young person or a woman develop a livelihood. Yes. And basically, these opportunities, we share them through WhatsApp, and I believe all of us here are in one Forgotten Bottom Million group or the other. And that is how you knew about this opportunity. Yeah. So without taking more time, let me invite today's speaker, Leah, to just take us through the process of networking. Leah is a career strategist, and she's the founder of O'Mill Staffing Limited, which is an HR firm. So if you're in need of HR services, you need your CV to be revamped, you need to attend an interview and you're not sure of how to go about it, Leah is a go-to person. Yeah. So karibu Leah, and the floor is yours. Take us to the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Langi. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, hi team. I hope you're well. My name is Leah O'Mill. I'm a career strategist. So usually I don't have a script. I don't have a slide for presentation because for me, life is practical. Today I'll tell you stories and then I will rope it in. I don't want to tell you, oh, go to LinkedIn and then create a profile and then DM someone. No, I don't want to tell you that. I will tell you that I lost my dad at the age of 7. I literally saw him dying. And then I lost my mom later on. I had to take care of my mom at a very tender age. So, and I remember she would tell me, in the Luo we say, Okinyalda gingato kamano. It means that is not how you live with people. So you need to know how to live with people. Here's the thing. For the number of times I'll take Bolt or Uber, I will talk to that person. It does not matter, I'll talk to them. I'll get in and say, Jambo Langi, you're well? Sawa sawa, twende CBD. And then before we get to CBD, I'll have found out what he does other than Uber. So I will ask questions like, so Langi, do you believe in God? Because I have questions about God. And then Langi will say, yeah, of course, I believe in God. So I met this person who said he believes in God because he studied medicine, but he was driving me to an event. And then he said that when you study medicine and science, you are almost left with nothing but hope that there is God, right? Because you are dealing with chromosomes, you're dealing with cells, you are at a point where you almost believe that you can even create or design a human being. So this person tells me that he studied medicine, but he is driving Bolt or Uber right now. Then he says, hopefully we can catch up later on so that we can have coffee. Then you'll tell me why you as O'Mill, you still have doubt in God. I'll give you another scenario. This is not just about work. It is about life in general. For the ladies, when a man is chatting you on Facebook, please chat back. okay? Interact with those people because that is where your husband could be, but you're not responding. Literally, they could be there. Another one is, oh, you want to mute? Okay. You want to mute or unmute? I think I can see many of us are muted. Langi?
Yes, you're the only person who's unmuted. In case there's anyone,
Okay.
I'll mute that.
Oh, patient says we request that we mute so that we can hear the speaker well. Let me know if you can hear me well, Langi.
Clearly well.
All right, so patients, just type if you can hear me. Or raise a card. Patients, please raise a card if you can hear me. Oh, perfect, perfect. Let us go on. So through it all, here are the people you can network with. Other than the gate man, most of the time they say nobody says hi to them. Begin from there because those people know a lot that happens in the company. Watakuibia siri, watakwambia kama huwa watu wanalipwa ama walipwi kwa hiyo kampuni. They will tell you if the boss can exude emotional intelligence because they've been there longer than you. They will tell you so much. Another one is you never know who your next employer is. So as you network, you need to watch out. You need to exude etiquette, discipline. I always say, if you cannot begin a chat with good morning, good afternoon, hi, are you well, jambo, uko salama, I am not responding because you don't know how I am. I also do not know how you are. Even if I owe you, please insert etiquette in there. So here are the people you can talk with, current and former colleagues, classmates or study peers, professors and teachers. Always get their numbers, save their numbers because you never know. Someday you might need them, not for yourself, maybe for your children, friends or family members in your industry, members of relevant industry associations, sporting teams, social and interest-based groups or religious communities, peers from digital professional networks such as LinkedIn, dating sites, Facebook, any other sites, Twitter, name it. But you need to be careful. Do not share sensitive information with the people. Just don't throw your CV around. No. People can harvest data from it and use it for all the wrong purposes. Recruiters who specialize in your field or outside of your field, talk to them, interact with them. I'm not saying go and camp in their inbox because most of the time they're busy and they feel like you're bothering them. So the best way to do it is go through Langi's profile. So if you see Langi on Facebook and he is a talent acquisition person, go through his profile. Understand what Langi does. Don't go to Langi with, hi Langi, natafuta job yoyote. No, go through the profile. You will see Langi is a project manager for the Forgotten Bottom Millions. This is what he does. Then now you can do a pitch. A pitch is a profile summary. Basically, it is, my name is Leah Whittier-Mill. I'm a human resource manager, career strategist, interview coach. I'm an aspiring speaker. I'm also a learner. Most of the time I spend my days helping job seekers to either secure interviews or learn how to write ATS compliant CVs. You can reach me at, enter your number and your email, say thank you, okay? That's a pitch. That's how to network. Here's what you can do. Meet recruiters, keep in touch with former colleagues, always take a number, okay? Before you alight from Bolt or Uber, get that number, talk to those people. Get to know your current colleagues well beyond work. volunteer and participate in community events. Do I volunteer? Yes, I volunteer in career coaching most of the time. Attending industry meetups. Again, career coaching. I'm super introverted. Joining virtual groups and communities. Yes, I'm in almost every group that has jobs. Those ones I join because I need to share jobs with my people. So the reasons as to why you should network with people, like I said, I lost my parents at a tender age, and I would say that I've gotten to where I am through the grace that other people extended to me. I would confidently say that because my uncle had to take us in, and here's what he'd say: I am going out of my way to send you guys to school. So when you get to school, I do not want to hear that my uncle is rich. All I want to hear is that you're studying, okay? What I'm sending to school is my pocket money. So I'd say that I have lived in this world through the grace of people and God. I have learned how to live with the rich and the poor, the middle class, the short-tempered, the bullies. I have learned all the ropes. It wasn't easy. Initially, I would run away from the bullies, but these days I just say, hatutasikizana. Hata kama niko na CV yako naandika, hatutasikizana. Those are the ground rules. No bullying on my platform. So as you go through it, you will learn that some of us are mature enough to understand that 24 hours to some people is more like 8 hours, but to some people on Facebook, it is more like 48 hours. So strengthen your network, business connections through talking with people. That's how I get my shoes, my clothes, my earrings. Tap into your network for ideas. That is how I got this idea, by the way. It came from somebody whose sister got a job before I started Omil. Initially, Omil was Lee Ventures. Lee was a name I was given by my friends. So they didn't call me Leah, they called me Lee. So this person, his name is Job. His sister got a job from a platform, and then he said, yo, why don't you start a recruitment agency? And I said, Job, I don't think I have the strength to. But he pushed me so hard. So it can help you to tap into your network for ideas. It can also help you to raise your professional profile. The next time Vusi Tambakwa is coming to Kenya, please go take a photo with him. Write what he taught you in the meeting. Tag him. You will tag all South Africans, and then they will flock into your profile. It will also help you to grow your personal brand. I think that the future of work is networking and freelancing. So if you're not sharing, start sharing. I've learned that Kenyans do not like to share. They don't like to subscribe. They don't like to like. They wouldn't. Until when it's one day to the interview, and then they'll come to you with, Omio, ulisema tell me about yourself. Inajibiwa aje? Remember, I've been answering that question for 1 year. Tell me about yourself, right? But Kenyan will not share. They will not. I have studied Kenyans. I have mastered them. They don't share. They will share when it's necessary for them, when it's helpful to them. So that's how you grow your brand. You grow your brand by sharing my products, and then I'll share your product. That way, your people will identify me and recognize me, and then my people will come to you. They will say, I saw your profile from Omi's profile. They'll come to me and say, I saw your profile from Langi's profile. So if you're not sharing and you're in business or consultancy, start today. Share, 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 share. I think I share 50 plus jobs every day. No, I don't get paid for that. I share because I care for the people. I also am growing my brand. Getting access to job opportunities. Yes, that's how you get access to job opportunities. Unfortunately, people leave the groups and I never know why they leave. And then they come back to my inbox to say, oh, Mil, ukisikia job ya marketing, uniambie. I'm like, but we have 13 groups for networking. You are leaving the groups and coming to my inbox to say nikisikia job. Sasa hata nikisikia, mi sikukumbuki jina. That is why we formed groups. Exchange best practice knowledge with your network. I think that learn more about how to brand myself through Linda Amiani. She's very good with, she says, chase clout. Huh? Chase clout in the most intelligent way, okay? Such that if I comment there, I will sound intelligent. Do not chase clout with things like, if you know Alco at Otieno. So I left Alco Otieno in Nyakach Girls. Huh? I like the way she uses jargons. Jargons don't make you sound smart. They don't. So you use jargons with your peers. She was doing well until when I think she lost it. So chase clout in the most intelligent way. I engage your people in the most intelligent way. That way, I'll not be embarrassed or feel embarrassed to put my name there or comment. There are things that when I see, I just say, my name cannot even be seen here, you know? I'd rather not comment. So chase clout, it's okay. Get career advice and support. That's another benefit. When you network with people, there are things that you'll get from 4BM, others you'll get from Jobs Connect, others you'll get from a Meal Network, others from Brighter Monday and etc. Build your confidence. Yes, this one. I think that the first time I was doing career coaching, I was nervous. My first client, her name is Marvin. So Marvin is energetic. Marvin can talk. I was there just listening to her and thinking like, okay, at what point will she allow me to start talking? Because I'm the teacher, but Marvin is over talking me. So the good thing is she helped me with building my confidence because like I said, I'm super introverted. I lock myself in cocoons because I work well when I'm riding solo, although the team is right behind me. So there are things you can learn from networking. For example, I learn English every day. I take classes. I learn career coaching every day. I learn CV writing every day, project management, and public speaking. So one of the best things that I learned in the public speaking class is when you wake up, you can look in the mirror and actually talk to yourself. For example, before this session, I was wondering, so do I do a slider or how will I come to these people with information? Do I cram? No, I'm not good with cramming. I'm good with telling stories that make sense. So every day I put my phone camera in front of me and then I talk to myself. I'll say, my name is Leah Witiomil. I'm a human resource manager, career strategist, interview coach, and I'm in your space to guide you on matters career coaching. So that is how I managed to build my confidence. I'm still working on it by listening to the likes of Vusit and Bekwayo, Caroline Mutoko, Olivia Otieno, and etc. Gain a different perspective. In 4BM, I think that the one thing I am trying to cultivate is reading. So I would read a lot when I was in high school, but I lost it when I left high school. I don't know why. I'm still struggling with it. So I have the Black Omena as my reading partner, and I have to report to him once in a while about the number of pages I have finished and what I learned from those pages. Develop long-lasting personal relationships. So this is a good one. It's also a bad one. It's a bad one when you develop long-lasting personal relationships with a taker. So most of the time I say we are takers. It's very hard to find givers in this world. So anytime I come across a giver, I can almost tell. Or when I don't have a giver, I can teach them how to become a giver. It's not nurtured really. I think it is inborn, but it's also important to understand that takers are very good for your brand. If you have a taker in your brand, they will go and negotiate for a bigger shelf at Quickmart. They will say, Langi, tafadhali usinikatie hii space mpaka hapa. Tafadhali niongeze pieces mbili hapa, so that my product is the market leader on the shelves. You can almost get an answer to every question. Usually I say, you see, everything I'm telling you, everything I teach you, it is somewhere. I got it from somewhere. So if you could lift a little weight, you would get it from where I got it from. But because you are lazy, or maybe you don't have time, I will do it for you, and then you will pay me to do it for you. So here's what to do. Because I can't do a website, I can't do a poster, I don't have the skills to take advantage of it. You can also find your dream job. People have gotten jobs. I had Wilson. Wilson came to me, I think 2 years ago. He's 50 or he's turning 50. So he said that COVID affected his tomato business. He used to make tomato paste or tomato sauce. Yes. His question was, is there a place for a 50-year-old in the industry anymore? I said, Wilson, listen to me. If I had the money, I would hire you because I don't like to work with Gen Z. I'm putting a blanket comment, but I'm not referring to every Gen Z, no. But I think 80% of that generation is churned out of the university without the knowledge that they need to survive out here, because they will wake up and say, yes, CV yangu imefika wapi? I'm like, wait, how old are you? You didn't read the terms and conditions. You didn't read anything. You don't know how to speak with people. So I told Wilson, I'd hire you if I had the money, because there's a place for you. So there's a place for everyone. You can always find your dream job. Langi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I think I am done.
Okay, so let me see if there are any questions. Somebody is asking on the chat, where do you find volunteer opportunities, especially on a very tight budget, so that you're not taken advantage of?
Oh, can I answer that?
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing. I left high school in 2008, and in 2009, my sister said, you know what? You will not sit in this house of mine, Hivyo. Get out. So she sent me to the professional marketing services owned by Joanne Mwangi. The salary was 14K, but I had to take it because I had to pay school fees for my diploma at the UON. So sometimes survive for 2 months, knock on those doors, go to Nestle and say, hi, I am Langi, I am George, I am Leah. I just graduated from the UON. I'm looking for something to do. Okay? No one is willing to pay you if you don't have experience. I promise you, I am not willing to pay you if you cannot handle these CVs, because here's the thing, you're going to mess my clients up. So I always tell people, it is not that there are no jobs. No, You have a degree, and so you think you know your worth, quote unquote. You know your worth. But some of us started with wiping bottles. We wiped the bottles, and Wazungu would come to Nakumatt West Gate to ask, this is a job. Do you get paid for it? I said, yes, I get paid to wipe bottles for Alvaro. So start at zero. Just start at zero. Tell the person, give me a chance. Because as I revamp CVs, I see blank CVs and I ask, let me ask you, wewe hujauza hata mandazi hapo kando ya barabara, hujajaribu chochote? Nothing. Nothing. You've not done anything. For the 4 to 5 years you've been in campus, you've not done anything. It is wrong. It is wrong. Go and ask for voluntary work. Go for evening classes. Say that you want to learn, because guess what? Come to me with your degree, you have zero experience. I don't have the money to put into training you. Personally, I don't. Yet, there's somebody who's done that degree and they are turning 34 and they can do a CV for me, right? So I think the young generation needs to learn to say, give me the job, give me a chance to prove myself. Did I answer the question?
Yes, yes, yes. Moses Gitonga, your hands were up.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name is Moses Gitonga. I'm a student at Moi University, taking a bachelor's in civil aviation. First, I must say I'm impressed by the presentation by our host. And secondly, as I approach my question, let me give a brief introduction of what I do. I run an SME called Golden Spark Detergents, where I retail and wholesale soap and other aesthetics in my area, and as well at school. This is something that I do off school. So basically, this taught me a lot of skills, maybe to handle customers, to on a lot of outside skills besides what I am doing. So I went out of my way. Actually, I'm a volunteer. I run a group called Job Department, where we advertise opportunities for the youth. We advertise scholarships. We advertise anything that falls in for the youth. We advertise it there. So far, we have a membership of around 450 members. So I'm glad to join you here today. And as well, I'd like to ask my question on maybe how else can we do in trying to sort this issue of jobs. You see, personally, I believe there are jobs are available, readily available, but now when you come to the human capital required for specific jobs, you find that that one becomes a challenge. So because basing my argument, I from that group that I run, most of the youth lack communication skills, skills on how to write a well-put CV, skills on how to maybe approach or network. So I think we can as well invest in platforms such as this online meeting, this webinar, where we can learn about how to go about this. And as well, I would like to ask my question to the host on what else can we do to empower youth, that as much as we need jobs, we are the creators of these jobs. We can invest our talents, we can invest in our skills, and they can pay so long as we build on a strategy where we can commercialize what we do. So I always give maybe this example. I don't know if it will be effective or I don't know if it will complement what I've just said, what I've just asked. So if Mbappe, let me use him because he's widely known. If Mbappe had an opportunity to become a chef, his light could only be visible in the kitchen. But this guy has invested in his skill, that is football, and you see he's now a global star. So let's even not go far. We have Nyashinsky. He left his job, which was well paying.
Moses, maybe just summarize your question so that you don't confuse the.
Yeah, so my question was, what else can we do to empower youth so that we cannot just be relying on job opportunities? Because in as much as jobs are there, people end up desperate, looking for jobs just to sustain themselves and not to thrive, not to grow. People just find jobs just to put food on their mouths. Yeah. So what else do you? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I am going to try to ask the question and then respond. Are you encouraging the youth to create jobs instead of looking for jobs? Answer and then I'll go.
Yeah. I'm encouraging the youth maybe to look at how they can invest in their gifts and God-given talents. Yeah.
Okay. So I have worked with the Gen Z generation for years. When I worked for these companies, those were my peers. So when I left, I quit to start writing, not academic writing, article writing. Here's why I quit. I had worked for about 9 to 10 companies because I was a hopper. I didn't fit in. I didn't feel like I could sit at a desk and just wait. I outgrew it. And my supervisors would say, you don't fit in. Eh? You really don't fit in. So there's a chip in everyone's brain. Maybe you're an inventor and a C plus student, and then the other person is structured to score an A, get a job at Deloitte, get a master's PhD, and continue to work until they retire. So you cannot insert a chip that you were born with inside them. That is why I left my peers behind. They went to Kenya High, they went to Alliance. Somebody, I think.
Yeah, Leah, go ahead. I've muted him. Yeah.
Okay. So they went to these schools. I went to Nyakach Girls. I would think that they had better resources, better learning resources, better living conditions and environment than I did. But for the number of times I tried to tell them, yo, you can actually invent something of your own. Until now, I'm still begging. I am still pleading with them. So here's what I learned, that everyone has a chip in them. And that even if you force them, if you push it down their throats, they will not take it in because all they know is working to earn a salary. That is known as intellectual property. So everyone has theirs. You really can't force them. The one thing I'm really disappointed in is the sense of entitlement that they have and the belief that they know their worth, quote unquote. And that is why they will not begin from, hi, 4 p.m., give me anything to do. Just give me anything, because when you go to my website, you will see partners. In some of those organizations, I have worked free of charge to earn a badge, right? Because I want the badge to be proof that someday I can work for KCB as a career strategist. So if they don't want to collect badges at a tender age, how are they going to supervise people in their companies? They have to begin from collecting badges. But then again, you can't force them. Because when you form groups and you try to teach them, some of them just quit, they leave. So this is what to do. Move on with the people who are focused. Move on with the people who want to move on with. I think they moved on with 1 to 2 people, just 1 to 2. from a batch of 60. I even put 65 in a class to teach them how to write, because for the number of years I worked, no job paid me as high as writing paid me. But you have to sit there for more than 8 hours writing for a white man, because they're the ones who give you that job. But the Gen Z person is not willing to do that. They want to become a director, yes, ASAP. They really want to become a director, but they do not want to go through the steps of becoming a director. So move on with the people who want to move on with you in your SME or whatever you're running currently. Leave the others behind if they don't want to move on with you because they don't have the chip that you have in your brain. Langi, back to you.
Okay, so I think that has been answered. Jonathan, probably the last question from you.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Jonathan Opinya. I'm a music teacher. I have two questions to Ms. O'Meal. The first one is, you mentioned a number of places where you have groups that offer all these opportunities. Is it possible to get these links, whether they're to WhatsApp groups or whatever, just so that some of us can join? Because we are not afraid to do the hard work. We're not afraid to wash bottles if it comes to that, but we want to join this group so we know what opportunities do we have. The second is, even with 4BM, and I'm very thankful for 4BM because it's given me a lot of courses and everything else, but the issue is the experience clause when you're applying for a job. A lot of jobs want you to have 2 years experience, 3 years experience, and you look at that and you get very psyched and you decide, okay, I'm not going to apply for this because sina hiyo. Even if it's a chef's job or even if it's a job that you are willing to do. So could you advise on what do we do in these cases?
Let me start with the last question. So here's why we revamp CVs. We revamp CVs so that when you see my profile, you can call me. So I'll put 2 years of experience. If you're looking for a career strategist with 10 years of experience, I will put that. Now here's how to prove it. I will have to come to the interview, and then because I'm a career strategist and I have maybe 5 to 6 years, but you're looking for somebody with 10 years of experience. But how about me selling my value proposition? Why are you submitting a CV without the 2 years of experience? There's a lot of experience that you can get virtually online. Take the experience and put it in your CV as long as you can defend it. And here's what I always say. I'm not saying cheat. No, life is hard. Life is so hard such that if I want 2 years of experience, I need it because I do not have all the time to train you on how to do an 8 years compliant CV. No. So catfish yourself. Question is, if I asked you a question, like if a client is not happy about the way the CV looks, how would you answer them? So learn how to defend your CV, but give me the 2 years of experience. Give me a proper format. Give me a proper layout. Give me proper content. I will read it and say, okay, he says he has 1 year of experience, but I have to see the person who is behind this CV. So when we tell you guys, go and get your CVs revamped, it is because if you give me a blank CV, I'm not giving it back to you blank. No, I will call you and say, hey, so here is what I'm going to do. I will give you experience. Because with a blank CV where you have objectives of, I want to work in this environment, I'm passionate about this. It does not have a proper profile summary. It does not have the experience that I need. So I will call you and tell you, I have to give you this experience for you to make sense. Now, when you get there,